Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. We got to get him back on the A-list quick because he was out last night cavorting with, well, some assorted characters.
Yeah,
some who've not elevated to our level, but that's
of
okay.
course.
Once in a while, you got to kind of dip back down into the B League
Yeah.
and remind them who the boss is, and that's fine. I'm sure you managed to imbibe fairly
A few.
large amounts
Just
of
a few.
alcohol, and
Not large.
Yeah.
Few. Ran into some mutual friends of ours,
yeah, I like who?
and of course, Tisha
No, Tisha.
T-Funk.
Yeah.
I call her Tisha. You call her Tisha.
Well, no, it's
She was
Tisha.
part of
but
the.
fine.
She had her group of people. Of course, this was all for Laugh Fest, Gilda's Club.
Yeah.
Supporting that. Yet another charitable endeavor.
Oh, you give and you give and you give.
I'm giving so much. This month in particular,
Oh.
it's just been exhausting. The
Oh.
giving. And I've got more giving to do in a couple of weeks.
Oh my God.
It's like, come on.
I saw Tisha's husband yesterday, and I yelled from the car. I'm like, "Hey, Rich, what's up?" And he just kept right on walking into work.
No.
I know.
Anyways, great. All the local medias were out there. You had Emily Leonard, Tom Hillen, and Matt Kirkwood.
Did you
from
give Tom
AIDS.
Hillen the stink eye? I would have been all like, "Hey,
Nah,
listen,
he and I are fine. He and I are fine. We're
Yeah.
good. It's okay. It's all good. It's water under the bridge.
I would have been. I would have been like, "Hey,
our
Hillen."
fake feud is water under the bridge.
I would have been like, "Hey, Hillen, let's get into the El Camino and go over to see Rob Westerby. I think we can take him."
Yeah, let's go hit him with a bag full of quarters.
No,
That'd be
with a
great.
pillowcase full of soap.
Yeah, there you go. And then of course we had me, Sam Jacks, Jay Plyburn showed up. Julie, one of our reporters, was there too. So we had a good turnout for 13. And I think I said that Todd Chance was there from 17. So and some already Michelle McCormick did a great job
Yeah.
hosting with her co-host Travis. That was great. And Kenny Ritz putting it all together did a fantastic job. It was a lot of fun. Trivia, charades. It was and a few adult spirits.
There you
go.
So sounds like $1 million night. I really wish I could have been there. Woo.
I would have. It would have been great. You would have been great out there. It would have been right in your. These are your people. You would have been perfect.
Yeah.
You shy away. I'm
not saying I would shy away or anything like that. I'm just saying I would have kind of been like, "Oh, we're still doing this, huh? Okay."
Yeah.
We could just do bigger. That's all.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't go backwards often. You know what I mean? It's like when I worked at the grocery store,
mm-hmm.
and then I didn't work at the grocery store. I didn't go back and shop there, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I went backwards once. I went back to KLQ one time, and that was kind of like Pet Cemetery. So there's reality for you. You know, it's not like I don't love all those people. I clearly do.
Yeah.
But it would just be kind of like, yeah, hi.
It's like you would feel like the guy who graduated high school and came back to hang out with the juniors and the sophomores in the scene. Like Wooderson, Matthew McConaughey's character from Dazed and Confused.
Maybe. I never saw that.
That'd be you.
But
oh, Jesus.
I never saw that one.
Every time I bring up a great classic movie from the 90s, you go, I never saw that one. I don't know.
Oh, you have to remember in the 90s.
Never saw it.
In the 90s, I was kind of busy working. So
yeah, but still, you had. Come on, it's radio.
I had my 10 o'clock.
I was busy working.
I had my drinking. 10 o'clock on Sunday night movie thing that I would do, and I just never got to see Dazed and Confused.
Okay,
whatever.
It's all right. Look, I'm not crapping on you for your lack of culture.
Well, I will tell you this: my day, speaking at Muskegon High School was great yesterday morning. Interesting bunch of kids that we talked to about career prep and what I thought I needed to get into radio and what I actually needed to do a broadcast career.
You didn't try and steer them into the broadcast industry.
Oh, no, I tried to steer them away from it.
Good.
Yeah. Um,
No, we don't need any more
I even
people.
I even
We've
threw in the
got enough.
idea of the fact that there were years where, compared now to then, there were years then where what I made as a company, we make more in a month than I made in a year.
Hmm.
That's the reality of radio.
There you go.
And that's not all for me. That gets spread around the people
Yeah,
that
of
work with
course.
us
You've
and
got to.
everything.
Yeah.
But when you look at a month and the equals line is more than you ever
Hmm.
made in 20 plus years of major broadcast radio,
Hmm.
that's a kick in the ass.
And some of
So
us,
hopefully
some
the
of
kids
our,
picked up on that.
yeah. Well, some of us are still just scraping by, and some of us are still waiting on their check from the U.S. Postal Service that was supposed to come in Saturday, but it's the following Thursday now, and we'll see if it's there today.
Yeah, never
So
mind all that electronic
again,
deposit stuff that you could
okay, yeah.
do.
Oh, wait. Aren't you the one always toting all the fine men and women who work at FedEx? Why can't we just the U.S.
Why
Postal
can't you just do
Service
an
is
electronic deposit?
absolute. Why can't you just? Hey, I like to go into a bank. I like to give the tellers. Hey, the tellers need work. I mean, I'm trying to save their jobs. I
Okay,
go in and see them.
that's
I go
great.
see Anna. I go see Anna at Chase Bank. Give her my check. I put that into checking. Boom, boom. I need an account balance, please. All right, thank you. I get a free sucker. I like personal interaction. I don't like invisible money. I
So here,
like I
so
like I like feeling okay. I don't have any cash to take out of my wallet right now because I'm still waiting on it. But I like that. I like touching it. I like holding it. I like
so
feeling. I like
let,
smelling it.
let's do this. Let's do this. Let's eliminate one step in that role. If your check were deposited into the bank,
Mhm.
all you would have
Yeah,
to
I
do
know.
is
Oh,
shh,
it would be
shh,
yes.
shh, quiet, quiet.
I know.
The
But
grown-ups are
no,
talking.
you're telling me something I
Listen,
already know.
the grown-ups are talking.
Oh, Jesus.
All we'd have to do is eliminate you taking in a piece of paper and turning that into money. All you'd have to do is just go in and get the money.
I understand what you're saying. That you're right. It would be way more efficient for me to just have direct deposit for this. With
Yeah.
you, I got the direct deposit. It's fine. Okay. But I still like to hold on. I am somebody who likes to live in the past, as you know.
Okay.
I am big on nostalgia.
What
I'm
you're
big
big
on
on,
then was better than now, even
what you're
though it's
big
not
on
really the case.
is something for free. You like the
No.
free suckers.
Oh, I do like free, but no, it
See?
it costs me money to go. It costs gas money to go to the bank and
Save
put
yourself
in
some money.
the money. You're right. See, so I I like the interaction. I like to.
No, you
And
don't.
I don't spend what I don't have yet. This
No,
money
you
I
don't.
have,
Yes,
it's
you
gonna
do.
come. I just don't want to have to call my boss again and go. You're gonna have to issue another check because the post office effed up again. And I, seriously,
Do you realize the pattern of
let's just
insanity
end
that you
it.
keep yourself in?
The pattern of it. I understand. This is a me problem. I'm
It's a
bitching
big one.
about something. It's an issue most nobody else has because everybody else chooses to get their funds directly deposited. I choose to get the paper. This is the only with my tax returns, with you, with everything else. I do everything else online. This one specific thing, I'm old school, and eventually I won't be. Eventually, I will say I've had enough and I will get a
Okay.
direct deposit.
Well,
But till then, this gives me something to bitch about, and it provides content.
good,
So there you
because
go.
we all need you to bitch more. Thank you.
Well, I don't bitch that much. My life's good. I don't. This is the only. This is the biggest thing I have to complain about. So it's all good. I'm fine.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
this. The U.S. State Department is urging American citizens to leave Haiti. I don't know why the hell you're there in the first place, but those are there. Get out. This comes following an uptick in gang violence.
Yikes.
A series of coordinated gang attacks began last week against a number of government institutions, prisons, police stations, and airports were primary targets. Okay, this is one of the reasons I don't travel anywhere ever. Well, plus I have no money because still waiting on checks, and I really have no interest.
Right.
So other places, nothing is more overrated than travel, especially to countries that are barely inhabitable. Okay, we're not even talking third. We're talking like fourth world countries at this point. Well, I don't know why. Why do
Okay.
people go places? Let's
Well,
just stay where you. Here's my advice to everybody.
right.
Stay where you are. I don't
Okay.
care where you are right now. Just stay there.
Okay.
It'll be better than the place you think you want to go.
Right. Unless, of course, you're taking a cruise up the eastern seaboard into Canada,
Yeah,
where there's lobsters and all that good
yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, I forgot.
we'll
Yeah,
see you in the fall.
Okay. Yeah. You and the Twin Lake Elite go on your cruises. Go mingle with the movers and the shakers
Nothing
of
to do with
society.
that.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
This one's called "Keep the Wife Happy." That's how that works.
Right, yeah. Happy wife, happy life. No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Keep
Majority.
keep watching those illegal channels that are scrambled.
I said seriously. If this were 1994, that was a really clever reference once again.
That's right.
I'm impressed. Vast majority of young adults are unfit for military service. According to the U.S. Department of Defense, 77% of 17 to 24-year-olds are unqualified for service due to obesity, drug abuse, physical and mental health. Around half were disqualified due to one or more of those reasons. You think China has this problem? I'm going to go ahead and guess not.
I'm going to guess.
It's over.
No.
It is over. We're done.
And I want to tell you something. I want you to think deep about this too, because this is a reality. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're worried about people and their ability to serve in the military. We're worried about people and all this other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
China's got this thing called TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's whittling away at attention spans.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, 100%.
So as that attention span gets shorter and shorter, and if you look back to maybe say 3 years ago, when we were just simply asked to stay home and watch everything that's ever been put out on video, and here's a bag of free money to do that, and we couldn't. Imagine what it's going to be in another 10 years when the attention span is at 3 seconds and we have another huge crisis of some sort, and we have to
manufactured crisis.
However you want to phrase it, dude. We all know the truth. But the reality is, let's say there's another big crisis, and we have to find a way to navigate through that. They're whittling away at us from outside, and they're winning already. So that's the reality we have to wake up to. We could continue to shorten that attention span with what we produce and how we go about things, or we could work toward, hey, you know what? Let's watch this for a little longer. Let's work on that attention span. Let's ask you to sit and read. Let's ask you
You're preaching.
I know. I'm just telling you. And again, I'm going to say that it is truly time to put some kind of rating system in play across social media platforms so we can get a better grip on this stuff. I'm not saying you got to shut anybody up. I'm not saying that you have to limit this, that, or the other thing, but to put a rating system in there and levels of access to kids that are 13 plus, 15 plus, 17 plus. Fair. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
And it's I don't have any issue with that. My issue goes to the people who would be enforcing any of this shit, because I don't trust any of them, because they're all liars, and that's of course, and nor should we.
Okay. Until
they show themselves to be trustworthy. And getting back to your earlier point, when everything was shut down and we were asked to stay home, actually that was ordered to stay home, but which is different. That was part of the issue. We were just stay home, watch your Netflix. Here's some French fries. You get a shot, get some French fries. Don't do anything. Don't go anywhere. Don't interact with people. That effed us in a major way, especially young people. So you need more human contact. You need to drop this for a while. Get off this for a while. Just take breaks. Mental health. And to your point about, kids especially young girls, because this is where the biggest issue is, and it's not talked about nearly enough, is the abuse young girls take, and a lot of it is from other young girls, because We like to pretend. This is why I hate it when men do this. A lot of men do this. This kind of, we pretend, we hold them up. We do this thing. We pretend they're better, and they're really not in a lot of cases. They're really not. I love women. The best people I know are women, 100%. But how those things can kind of go off the rails from a personality standpoint, especially at those young ages and older, because the cattiness cannot, if you've ever been a fly on the wall for some of those conversations, you think guys can get a little earthy. We don't hold a candle to women in that. And how we patronize them constantly. And oh my God, and it goes back to the happy wife, happy life stuff. It's like, well, why can't you both be happy? Why can't you both compromise? Why can't we do that? Do. There you go. I think most people like you who've had successful long-term relationships do. It's not really the happy wife, happy life thing. It's more of a combination, more a give and take. Of course, then again, you're talking to a 51-year-old single dad here.
What I'd like you to do is when we get done here, I'd like you to look up our new site called MuskegonBetter.com. Mm-hmm. There's an article on there about negativity bias. Listen to that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not negative, though. I'm a positive person. I'm 100% positive. I'm just seeing the reality of certain things.
Of course. And you go listen to that.
I live in reality.
Hey,
and I'm fine. What? And I'm fine with the negative.
Go listen to that. It's a nickel's worth of free advice for you.
Fun.
Complimentary on the house.
Don't need to. I appreciate that.
Since you haven't gotten paid, we want to make sure you get something for nothing today.
Yeah, get something. I need something. I can barely feed myself today. Consumers Energy is looking to improve the state's power grid. A pilot project has been approved by Michigan regulators. The $3.7 million investment will place 10 miles of overhead electricity service lines underground in a half dozen counties, including Allegan and Ottawa. The hope is this investment will prevent lengthy power outages in the future in those areas that typically you have a hard time getting service back. I think this is a good idea. I mean, it's, finally we're spending money in.
Here's what you got to keep in mind.
Directions.
What if a ground mole walks into that line?
Oh, there you go. Screw it. I can't do it.
Can't have that.
There you go.
And
Sports.
And let me ask you this: down in Allegan County, where are you going to hang the sneakers up over the wire to let people know what you're up to in the house?
There you.
Mm-hmm.
Sparta elitism.
No,
Twin
I'm
Lakes
not saying at all.
Looking,
I'm just saying, hey,
looking down your nose.
How are you going to find your dealer if there's no sneakers hanging over the wire?
And my brothers to the west.
No,
there you go.
Nothing at all.
Okay. Michigan State beats Northwestern in their home finale, 53-49, improving their tourney stock. The Red Wings fall to Colorado, 7-2. That's sports.
All right, it's Jeopardy now for 400, and it's Bird Brains. Are you ready for that? Bird Brains?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I didn't come up with it. It's just a category.
I saw you.
All right. The answer, and I knew this one because I'm really smart because I watch Nova a lot and BBC. So I knew this one. You won't. On a Nova special, a bird easily beat two of these French dogs in a race to get food from a puzzle box.
Two of these French dogs? I had a long night last night.
Yeah, you did.
In fairness to
trivia.
me.
Your pencil should be sharp.
Trivia. You would think. But I didn't get much rest. A little dehydrated. Poodles.
Man. 55-300. We're gonna give you a win today. Out of nowhere. He guesses French poodle and he wins. Wow.
What can I say? I mean,
dude,
that's the only breed of dog that I know is French. So
French bulldog.
That's what it's. You know what that was like. That was like Mickey Mantle back in the day.
That was.
Mickey Mantle.
So impressed.
Boom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was out all night. He was cavorting with whomever and whatever, and boom, still steps up to the plate and just jacks one.
Amazed.
I'm not at 100%, but
amazed,
68% of me is better than
uh,
100% of Tom Hillen. There you go.
unbelievable, absolutely proud, and I just wish there were more words to put in there because Lone Star said it best. I'm amazed by you. Look at you.
You're welcome.
Go Beam.